Hey guys and gals, Malkuths 1974 back at you with another episode of our Space Engineers survival game. Well, we are in space, we are in everything. We are at Poseidon Station. Today we're gonna build the drill that is gonna get us the ice that is eventually gonna fuel our economy and our fleet of whatever the heck it is I'm going to build. Who knows? I do care. But so it might look a little different to you guys right now. That's because I did raise it a little bit. I've been doing some measurements. And well, it didn't quite fit. So the drill is gonna be, well, you know what? Let's just go for it. All right. So what we need to do is we need to use a rotor, a piston, and of course a bunch of drills. So we'll start with the rotor, and I believe I got it measured to go like right here. So that's the rotor. The piston comes down like that, and then the first drill bit comes like that. Now all the rest of the drills will actually be coming down like so. I don't think that's gonna cause any. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that side. Let's see if I can actually, if I did this measurement right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did. So that's gonna be the drill bit. So the drill, how it works is it's got the piston to lower it. That's this part right here. And it's got the rotor head that makes it rotate. So it'll make like a circle-ish thingy. Now this thing is gonna be kind of a pain in the ass to make. So let's see what we need here. Jetpack on. Let's get the rotor done first. That's done. That's done. I think I pretty much only have steel plates, but we can, oh, I got some computers too. Can we get all the computer stuff in there? There we go. And I did make, you guys didn't see it, I kind of did this on my own, but I did make a, what do you call it? A welding ship, but it was a piece of crap. Ion thrusters do not work well at all in gravity, at all. And hydrogen, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what the developers really want us to do on planets like this. Because hydrogen is also very difficult to work because it doesn't last long, and the vessel needs to actually, you know, always keep the engines going to keep it level from falling on the ground. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'm happy with the way the engines, the vanilla engines work in Space Engineers. It's a funny thing, and it's something I'm gonna have to address eventually. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of let it go as is, and we'll see where it brings us. If I don't like it, we're gonna change it. Don't forget to get the little heads too. The pistons. The pistons have them, and the rotors have them. They have like little heads and stuff. There we go. I have absolutely nothing left. So let me get this welded up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So there we go. The drill is ready to start drilling. First, we need to test it to make sure it rotates correctly. So where can we test this from and watch it? We can maybe go up here and sort of land up here. We touch that. So let's look for the rotor. Advanced rotor number 3. And I haven't used one of these in a long time, so I'm not 100% sure how it works again. So velocity would be how it turns, right? Yeah, so we don't want it to turn too quick. So like at 9 RPM. So that would be good just like that. Now the piston. So that must be that right there. We gotta not confuse this. This is the elevator. The reason I can tell that is because anytime you make a rotor or any kind of piston or anything, it makes it on just the way Space Engineers works. It puts it on another grid. So every time you build something, it's called the grid. Like a ship is a grid, base is a grid. But when you build a piston, it automatically makes anything after that is considered another grid. Don't ask me why that works. So we're gonna have to call this the drill head. And before I mess with that, let's also find the drills. So you see how the drills are also all different colors? So I'm going to grab all these and I'm going to call them drills. Not e-rills, drills. There we go. Save. So now we should have everything that we need. We got drills. I got all this. Let me go back to the piston. What did I call it? Darn it. I called it drill head. That's not right. Let's change that to drill piston. There we go. So the drill piston works basically the same way. So right now it's set at a maximum distance of 10 meters and a minimum distance of 0 meters. So we're not going to touch that. But what we want is we want this to kind of move very slowly. We don't want it to move quick. We don't want it to go too quick. So right now it's at 0.5. I don't know if I can get that any lower. Like 0.3. It should go pretty slow. So if I go to the drills, I turn them on. All our drill heads should be on. Yep. And if I go to... Whoa. Are we oscillating? That's a big word. Alright, that's gonna be normal once it hits the ground. If not, we're gonna have a big huge explosion and that'll be cool too. So piston. So drill piston. If we hit reverse, it should automatically start. Oh, that's going way too fast. Okay. Bad things are gonna happen. Piston. Reverse again. Alright, yeah. That was going way too fast. So, obviously, it's a little too fast. So, do we have to do this manually? Let's look at the piston one more time. I know I'm doing this all backwards, but it's the first time we're doing it. So, maximum distance. Let's go to, let's say, 1.1 meters. And we'll let it go down. See how far it goes. And we'll just let it dig a little bit. Kind of come down here and look at it a little bit. It's really not all that far down. So let's go to, let's say 2 meters. Piston. God, it looks so shaky. I'm a little nervous about that. 1.5. Let's go to 2 meters. That should lower it some more. I don't know how far that would have brought it. It's like right on the edge of not being cool enough. Alright. Piston. Drill piston. Let's see. So that's 2 for the maximum distance. Let's go to 2 point. Let's just go to 3. What the hell, right? So we can tell that it definitely went deeper this time. Yep. It's gonna shave a bunch of that off. Now I'm curious if the ice is actually going into here. Yes, it is. And the ice should be heading for the oxygen generators, which is fine. They'll fill those up, and they'll fill up the hydrogen over there and all that wonderful stuff. But we'll just kind of let it do its thing here. I'm thinking about going down a little bit more. Piston, alright. Keep typing piston, keep typing piston. I'll eventually have all this set on something. Let's go down to 3, 4. Oh, geez, that might be a little too much. No, it's not. We're good. Oh, yes. Yes. It's a little shaky, but it'll live. Do we have any ice in these? Yes, we do. So all the ice should be leaving these. They should travel down to the center one, up this piston, into this advanced rotor, into here, and into the system where it needs to go. These are all advanced stuff. The advanced stuffs actually have the conveyor systems built into them, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. Yes. Yep, that's making me happy. That's making me happy. Let's see. I got 109K in one of these cargo containers. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to let this drill a little bit, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I'm back. So the drill's been drilling a little bit. What I've done is I've hooked up some buttons here to help control everything. So this button right here will control the drills. We'll turn them on and off. None of these do anything. This one actually controls the rotor on and off. I already have it all set up, so all we need to really do is turn it on and off. All we really want to do is to rotate. Over here we have the drill piston. That's the long one right there. We have decrease maximum distance, and that's decrease, and increase, and on and off. So if I want to increase it again, it's at, there we go. So now it went a little bit deeper, but I can also decrease it, and it should bring it up. Should. See how far we can get this to go. That don't seem to be working. What about shutting it off? That doesn't really matter. What about shutting the rotor head off? Does that work? Yes. Now it's going back. Turn it back on. Alright. And of course, we can shut the drills off. Alright. I'm not quite sure why the increase and decrease is not looking. Let's take a look at that. Pistons are like one of those things that you either dare use them or you don't use them. This is a base, so I'm not too concerned if we have like a catastrophic bad day. So maximum distance is set at 1. That's not correct. I don't think it can go any deeper than what we're trying to do now. There we go. We don't want it to kind of don't want it to really break on us. I can reverse it again. Bring it up. Bring it back down. Looks like it can go down once, but not. There we go. I don't know. We'll just keep trying that. See how it works. Let's see how much ice I actually have here. There we go. 446K. Not bad for, I've been going at it for a little while, but not a huge amount. I'm going to kind of let that still do its thing. I'm going to talk to you about the next thing that we need to talk about, and that's antennas. We already kind of used regular antennas. I don't actually have these built yet, but we are working on. There's 2 antennas here. All right, there's the regular antenna that we've seen before, like on the small ship, and there's what's called a laser antenna. Now, the laser antenna is the long-range daddy. So when we are up in space, up at the other base that we're going to make, the other base in space is where all our ships are going to refuel. We don't want to bring the ships down here to refuel because they have to go through gravity and all that stuff. We don't really want to do this. This is just our little mining base that mines it, and we'll have like a transport that either I automatically have set going back and forth, or we'll have to manually do it. I'm not quite sure yet how that's going to work. I'll have to look up autopilot and all that stuff. I don't even know if that'll work going to a planet. But yeah, so we're going to need these long-range antennas. We're going to need one on our base up in space, and we're also going to need one on here. That way we can... Oh, what's this? What is that? Camera. Alright, yeah, gone. We're going to need one on here. What they allow us to do is that... Remember a little while ago when we were taking the drill ship out and we lost contact with it? Well, that's what these advanced antennas are, or these laser antennas are. These allow us to directly connect to something else with an advanced antenna, and allows us to control it at much, much greater distance. I think the distance is 100,000, if I'm not mistaken, 100,000 meters, which is quite a lot. Will be plenty for up here. We'll probably be like 30,000 meters away, maybe. I'm just guessing, or 50,000, which should allow us from there to connect to here, or connect to the transport, or anywhere to run that drill. Hopefully, I'm hoping that's the way. I've really never really messed with these antennas before, even in my old just playing on by myself games. I never really needed it because I haven't gone to the scale that we plan on going in this Let's Play. So, we're going to have bases set up everywhere and ships and everything else. So, yeah, that's the basic gist of it. I'm going to put these antennas together. I'm going to keep letting this drill doing its thing. As you can tell, it's making a circle. That's pretty much what I knew it was going to do. And I'll be right back after I get those antennas. It took a lot of interesting things. It took superconductors. It's pretty expensive to make, and I have to make 2 of them. So, yeah, I'll be back. Alright, guys, I am back, and look at us go. I have increased the rotor to 0.40 just to see if it could actually keep up, and it looks like it is. So I sped the rotor up a little bit, hopefully to speed up the whole situation down there. I do have all the antennas for this particular part built up. I haven't put it on the ship yet. That's a test that we'll have to do a little bit later. But yeah, I think I definitely like it going a little bit faster. Doesn't seem to be having too many issues. Oh, and for how much stuff we actually have, let's take a look. See here, I have 1.6, almost 1.7 million in storage for ice, plus what I actually have. I probably have another, 170,000 or so in here. Actually, more like 230,000. Actually, in the oxygen generators. The hydrogen tanks are almost full by the looks of it. That's 3. So that's going to help us with our small ships or shuttles or anything that come down here to land. There's a landing pad here. There's a little bit larger of a landing pad there. And yeah, I'm quite happy with how this has gone out. I mean, I'm not going to make these bases elaborate and all that because we're not going to hang around them all that often. We're going to come and hopefully eventually we'll be able to fill a cargo vessel up with all this ice, send it up there, and we'll have our massive. The one up in space is going to be big. It's going to have many, many tanks. It's going to have many, many, many oxygen generators. It's gonna be quite the system. So, yeah, that's going to be exciting when that happens. Excitement, I tell you. So, where are we today? We got the laser thing done. We got that done. We got this done. Let's check out our own system here. Do we have any ice left, or are we all out? I got a feeling we are out. Yes, we are out. Okay. So I don't have a convenient way yet of transferring ice from there to the ship. I haven't got that far with the whole transfer system yet, because we don't actually have a vessel for that. This actually has one more. That's the last thing I wanted to say. This has one more little thing it can go. Piston. It's at 9.4, so now it's at 10. That's the farthest it can go down with this actual piston running. And then we're going to have to increase the length of this whole thing. And you know, you can add another piston, or you can bring the whole thing down. Now, if I bring the whole thing down, I'd have to bring conveyors down with it. If I did anything else, it would have to be conveyors going down with it. I think it would be just better to add another piston to this, just to make it go, so we can go. I mean, the whole planet should be ice, I think. I'm not 100% sure. It's an unknown situation here right now, but yeah. Let me see how we're gonna do here with some ice. I got 184. Yeah, we're almost at 2 million. Can I kind of transfer some here to my ship? Yeah, 8.2. This would take forever, but I would do it off. I would do it. I wouldn't bore you guys with it. There we go. Just to give my ship a little bit. I do believe I have enough hydrogen to take off. Let's see. Control panel. Hydro tank. Yeah, they're pretty much full. It wouldn't take us too long to get to space. Yeah. I'm impressed. It's gonna make quite a cool little hole once it goes really down there. Yeah. So anyways, guys, this is Malkuths 1974. Hope you enjoyed the episode. In the meantime, probably gonna take off. I'm gonna go look for a spot to between episodes, that is, not too far away from here, but you know, that maybe I can find an asteroid somewhere up there. I tried to look on the way down, but I wasn't having too much luck. But yeah, hopefully I can find a asteroid to set up our refueling basin, and everything will be great then. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the series, and you know, also subscribe, because hey, why not, right? You guys are doing great with the subscribing and all that stuff. So as always, guys, you guys have a great day. This is Malkuths 1974 out of here.